word makes noise. So I tell them, we from the future. The past doesn't suit ya. The people can't mute ya. So tell them, we from the future. So I tell them, we from the future. Things ain't the same anymore. We don't like how it was before. You can look, but you can't see. You can hear, but you just can't speak. I'm from a time where our mindset is wrapped around a totally different concept. The pain and the suffering's yours, so the love and the gain is yours. Give me more, you break down doors. Where I'm from, there's no doors, just a platform. Expression is the law, and satisfaction, that's enough.
Up off that? Yeah! Yeah! Yes! 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 Up off! Rock. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what day it is. Yeah. Yeah. It's Fact Friday, baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz The Adult. All right, man, look at who we have here. Let me see, Justin Watson. Let me see, Sully. What's going on with you? Whoops. All right, man. Look, first, I want to say this. Dude, thank goodness somebody realized it's the Godzilla sound. hey, for that, I gotta give you all the love.
It's the only thing that matters to me.
And now that you are here, make sure you
hit the like, get the thumbs up, 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 hit the like, get those.
Huh? Now my man right here, Vito. What's going on, nephew? Now, he dropped a verse on the Too Hot track, all right? And he killed that shit. He sent it to me in my DM on Instagram. Yo, you killed that, brother. Everybody, give it up for my man Vito for the one.
Under the cabbage patch, kiss a pretty lady, and then sign some autographs. The Burnell man can shaboing boing.
You gonna lose 10K, Biz. Rahman ain't nothing compared to Jake. Jake by KO, baby. Well, let me tell you something, brother. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Stop saying what I'm gonna do, because I'm in play. See, I'm in action. Get prepared. And then perform. You get in action. Why don't you go? Stop worrying about my money, all right? And worry about your own damn money. Go to busr.com. Go to busr.com/showbiz. Place a bet on your favorite fights. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to do you one better. I spoke to BUSR. And I said, my people, we've never just bet for betting. I need one of my show business partners to win $1,000. So come next week, If you bet on Jake Paul versus Rahman, you get put in a raffle. Only show business partners, though. Only those who go to busr.com/showbiz. Only our people, the war room, this community. If you place a bet, you can win $1,000. I will be announcing who won, and they will probably they're going to give me your government because that's what you sign up as with your government. I'm going to say your government name. You're going to have $1,000 in your account. They're going to add it to your BUSR account. So go to busr.com/showbiz, place a bet on Jake Paul versus Rahman to not just win your money. If you place a bet on Jake Paul and you just know Jake Paul going to win, put your money down. And then you can possibly win an extra $1,000. Hit the Tyson bell. All right, let's see what you have to say. Showbiz, I need advice. I'm nervous for KSI fight. I've watched the guys since middle school in 2016. I was a wreck before the Logan fights. Now it's hard to sleep. I'm so nervous. That's hilarious. But if that's the case, understand, brother, win, lose, or draw has nothing to do with you. Hope for the best. But whatever it is, he got to the bag. He's going to move on. Let me see. Nobody's going to get down on KSI too much. Don't worry. Let me see. Spaceman, please say you're capping. I'm not sure if he is or not. So let's talk. We got everybody in here right now. This show, the morning podcast. Afternoon like a mofo. But listen, I got up this morning, looked at the time, and then went back to sleep. I said, I need my beauty sleep. All right. I was chilling. Knox in the box was in the bed with me. He's one of those kids that'll walk down the hallway. Mama, daddy, the boogeyman's coming to get me. So, of course, he jumps in the bed. I wake up and I see Knox in the box. He must have crawled in there. So I was just asleep looking at my son sleep. All right. And I took some extra winks. Let me see. Charles Baker. Who you got in the Garcia Benavidez fight, though? I got Danny Swift Garcia, and we'll talk about that. Let's see. Biz, UCSPN added me to their pound for pound list. I never ever been in a street fight. Now I'm number 8 on their list above Loma. We need MJ to start the weekend. Stop playing. Hey, look, Sully, let me what are we waiting for? Okay, let's talk. First, we got to talk about this. Boo Boo Andre ducking Charlo. Yeah. The Godzilla of boxing is about to breathe some fire come Facts Friday. That's the Black Two Sugars. Listen to me. Listen to me. I told you guys yesterday. I said either everybody's afraid of Boo Boo Andre or Boo Boo Andre is the common denominator. See, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this about life, okay? Because you're more popular, it doesn't mean that you're the one ducking. A lot of times, challengers can duck the champion. What we tend to do is always go for and cap for the one that's not as popular, calling them naturally more hungry, and he's the one that everybody's ducking. I'm just saying, keep it in mind that the challenger can be the ducker. We'll discuss this. Hold on. It may not be the case. Kind of sounds like it a little bit. At least you get another point of view. Let me see. Sorry, Biz. I know this wasn't the place to talk about that. I just needed advice and knew this community probably wouldn't judge me. I didn't know who to go to. You came to the right guy. All right. You like who you like. And like you said, you have a personal relationship. Look, I agree. Boxing art. What's going on? I still got to see your card, player, but I'm going to send it to you when I send out this autograph Manny Pacquiao boxing glove, which I'm giving away the night of the Jake Paul versus Rahman fight. So I'm giving that away, and BUSR is giving away $1,000. This is going to be a big night. All right. So Let's talk about this. Oh yeah, definitely go to Relevnt. The only way you can win this boxing glove is to follow me on Relevnt. So thank you so much, BK. Let's talk. Jackie! I got the receipts. Listen to what Espinoza said about Boo Boo Andre, about Charlo's next opponents, what would be best. There's a lot of things that he kind of revealed. And here, my people, are the receipts. Receipts, motherfucker! Check this out.
I think the most likely one is, and the one that I think is the best is clearly to me Benavidez. And I'm not saying the other ones aren't possible, but Munguia had his shot. You know, his promoter walked away from the fight basically. You know, Andre, you know, had his shot. He's had his shot at both of them. He had a fight on the table. His deal was up with DAZN, and so there was a window there where we said, okay, you know you're talking about re-signing with DAZN. You could also go this way. Give you a Charlo fight or a fight and then a Charlo fight. You know, he decided to re-sign with DAZN. You know, his comment was, you know, DAZN is going to keep paying me millions of dollars to fight guys like Luke Keeler, then I'm going to resign. You know, DAZN is going to keep paying me millions of dollars to fight guys like Luke Keeler, then I'm going to resign.
If DAZN keeps paying me to fight guys like Luke Keeler, I'm going to resign. See, there is a chance. There is a chance that Boo Boo Andre's been capping to the public. There's a chance. A lot of people got on Terrence Bud Crawford for re-signing with Top Rank and not signing with PBC if he really wanted the PBC fighters. Remember that? That's one thing that people said about Terrence Crawford, saying he ducked then. That's how people feel. I always thought, look, I don't count your pockets. You have your reason for re-signing with Top Rank. Boo Boo Andre has his reasons for re-signing with DAZN when his contract was up. And his thing was, if you're going to keep paying me to fight guys like Keeler, then I'm going to re-sign with DAZN. He wanted the low risk, high reward situation more so than legacy. Because you're on top, because you're more popular, Charlo, or because you're more popular, Canelo, that doesn't mean you got to hate on him and say it's the one that's less popular, that is the one that is the real deal. He's the real one. You don't know that. You don't know that. A lot of times, it's the champions who are the real ones. That's how they became champions to begin with. Or it's the popular ones who's the real ones. Because they're popular don't mean they're not real. Judge them by who they are and what they've done. Not because you're insecure about their popularity, or you don't like that they're popular, or you think because they're popular they must be soft. Just judge them by their actions. Let me see. Keep up the hard work for the community. Thank you so much. Let me see. The best boxing channel. Best channel by landslide. Salute Biz. Thank you so much, my brother. Everybody, if you haven't done it already, please hit the like.
Hit the like. Your fingers over here be like, there's nothing to hit the like. You know what you like.
My man said 269 watching, only 60 likes. That's what happens. I'm just going to ask you guys to hit the like, but a lot of you guys don't really give a damn about supporting. But you're having fun watching, so that's okay. Hit the Tyson bell. But the way I put food in my family's mouth, the only way is if you guys hit the like, right? If you hit the like, then more people come in and I get more views, I get more recognized, and I get more subscribers. You know, so I mean, I'm not doing this. I can't just keep doing this. I got to get likes, you know, super chats, views, stuff like that to keep going, to support this channel. So please do it. Just like my man, a new member, baby. Hit the Tyson bell. Boo Boo Andre, the guy that people say that everybody's ducking. Charlo could have had that, but that's fine though. Espinosa saying the next fight, the next national fight, would be David Benavidez versus Charlo. Who doesn't think that? Espinosa, he's on the right frame of mind. Charlo called out De La Hoya, but he also called out David Benavidez, Boo Boo Andre, stuff like that. Those other guys, it's not going to happen. But David Benavidez versus Charlo, that can happen. Now it's up to those fighters. It's up to the fighters. The business wants it. It's easier for the business. It's in-house. It's up to the fighters. Wait a darn second. You mean to tell me that my feelings and narrative don't hold an argument to the actual promoters who are behind the scenes? Hit the Tyson man. That's precisely what I'm saying. Let me see. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not sure what you're believing when what you see. I mean, all he said was that'll be a better fight. He didn't say that the fight is happening or anything like that. So I'm not sure what kind of response that was, but I hear you though. All right, so let's move on. Danny Swift Garcia moving up to 154, fighting tomorrow. I will be calling that card. Benavidez, Jose Benavidez versus Danny Swift Garcia. Listen to what Danny Swift Garcia said about moving up, and I do have a little surprise for you right after Danny Garcia said what he had to say on Fight Hype.
And it's not really about weight, man. It's not really about weight. It's about skill. Boxing is about skill. You don't become a 3-time world champion because you're just bigger than somebody. Boxing is about skill and technique, and that's what you bring to the table.
This young kid who's probably here down here now, Danny Garcia. I known him since he was a little puppy coming along. He came up the hard way. He had a rough road in the amateurs. He stuck to it. He had stick-to-itiveness, focus, and he got it done. Any fighter there's something negative to say about this kid is just hating.
We love you, boy. Danny Swift Garcia, absolutely right. Saying, nobody become a 3-division world champion because he's bigger than everybody. It's about skill. I like what Danny Swift Garcia is saying. Plus, he's bigger than what people say. Garcia was always bigger than what people thought. Remember when he was looking down at Keith Thurman? When Keith Thurman was saying, hey, he's a small welterweight coming up. And then they stood there and it was like, holy shit. Danny Garcia is bigger than people think. He has to lose weight to make 154. Danny Swift Garcia is pushing himself. He was always a fantastic fighter in my book. Left hook, knock anybody out. I really like watching Danny Garcia. Really a big fan of his. I love that he's back. I love that he's at 154, and I love to see what he'll do. This guy has always pushed himself. Got one of the best resumes in boxing. Let's go, Danny Swift Garcia. Let's see how you look against a like opponent of Terrence Bud Crawford. Let me see. Simply, a bear is going to break it down for y'all to understand. You're going to get facts and comedy in a war room. Hit the Tyson Bear. Absolutely, simply. Let me see. Danny Garcia and Fedor 154. Shit, that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. Fedor versus anybody at 154 is tough for them. Let me see what you have to say. No war room without me. I want smoke. What up, Biz? Okay, y'all, and I'm gonna give you a layup. We'll talk some Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol the True Spence in a minute. I give you a layup. Word is bond. Weigh in on Big Pro. I know. I'm so hyped for tomorrow. And shoot program. Hit the damn like. Hit the Tyson bell. Yeah. I decided to do my show. I watch the weigh-in, on the repeat. Let me see. What's up, Biz? What's going on with you? Let me see. Garcia needs a Lucas Matisse performance on Saturday. It's going to be tough. All he needs to do is win. He's been out the game for a minute. I think Errol the True Spence has had almost capped. Only one fight since Danny Swift Garcia. That's right, because him and Manny Pacman Pacquiao fell through. Okay, let's move on. Now, check out. I was matter of fact, forget that. Let's go to before I have my stuff in a row, but let's look at what Showtime Sean Porter said about Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol the True Spence. Since Cooley wants to jump in here and he wants all that smoke. Now, now we know that they done hit a little hump, a little hurdle. That's what we're hearing, that Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol the True Spence has hit a snag in their negotiations. That's what we're hearing. Let's see what Showtime Sean Porter has to say about it, and what he says about Ellie sat back interviewing them, what he says in comparison of them both, because we got the receipts.
I think that both fighters deserve everything that they're asking for, give them what they want, and that way they can give us what we want.
Who hits harder?
It's hard to say who hits harder.
Who has faster hands?
I do think that Terrence is a little faster.
Better defense?
I would say Terrence.
Better ring IQ? They're close neck and neck.
So neck and neck.
Okay.
Even from the IQ standpoint. I'll tell you something that people overlook, which I think is fantastic about this fight. Both these fighters will walk to the ring comfortable and confident. That's all you need to know.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, Sean Porter said, give them what they want so they can give us what we want. Perfect. Perfect. I said to Showtime, remember that video? I said to the PBC, I said the money can be made in the rematch. People, the casual, needs to be educated on how tremendous this fight is. Showtime Sean Porter became a household name after that fight with Errol the True Spence. People wanted to see the rematch. Never happened. Errol the True Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Maybe the money is in the rematch. Give them what they want. It's still going to do good numbers. It's still going to do well. But the money is in the rematch because you know that fight is going to be a classic. You know that fight is going to be Leonard Duran. Give them what they want. The money is in the rematch. Once they see that the more popular fighter, Errol the True Spence, is having a hard-ass time with one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter on the planet. When they see the lead up, when these casuals, you got to educate them. The reason why Jake Paul versus Rahman is so damn important, at least for this community, for us to turn casuals into hardcore boxing fans, for us to turn Jake Paulers into boxing fans, into at least casuals. Right? Give them what they want right now. Give them what you may take a loss in money for a second. Sometimes you got to take a step back to take a huge step forward. The money could be in the trilogy. The money could be in the trilogy. Many great fighters have had trilogies. Evander the Real Deal, Holyfield, and Riddick Bowe. Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, the trilogy. Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. Gotti War. Money could be made in the rematch. That's the Facts Friday. Let me see. Did that in his last fight, Fundora weighed in 152 and hinted he could move down to 147. I found it a little funny. George. Yeah. I mean, he's a thin, wiry guy by nature. He's just a freak. But let me tell you this. Jay Cooley. Your boy Errol Spence. Showtime Sean Porter. Believe it or not, Jay Cooley. Believe it or not. Showtime Sean Porter knows more about Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford than you and I. Believe it or not. He's been watching them. They came up together as children, from children up. He's been in the ring with both of them. He's gotten to know them on the level that we're judging them. Let me repeat that. We're judging them on their fighting skills. This is the Facts Friday. He got to know them on the level that we're just judging them by watching. He was there, nose to nose. What he said was Terrence Crawford was fast. Terrence Crawford got a little bit better defense. All of you TC fans out there, a little bit better. He said, I'm not sure. That lets you know how good defense Errol the True Spence has. When people talk about Errol Spence getting caught by Terrence Bud Crawford, Errol Spence has tight technique, good defense. He said the IQ is about the same. He said, what you're going to love about this fight is that both guys are coming in sure of themselves. I was saying that on Relevnt. How many of my Relevnt members said, remember this? I was saying on Relevnt, both of these guys are alphas. They both know they're going to win. Do you know what those fights look like? Hagler Hearns. Right? That's what those fights look like. Right? Sugar Ray Leonard versus Wilfred Benitez. When both of them coming in 100% sure that they're going to whip the other's ass. That's what those fights look like. The first fight, Muhammad Ali and Frazier. Frazier knew he was going to whip Ali's ass. Ali knew he was going to whip Frazier's ass. When two alpha dogs step in the ring, that's the most important part. Ellie stepped back. He kind of jumped over it. He went to the next thing. He had questions to ask. But that moment, what Sean Porter said at the end, deserved a lot to chew on. We should have sat right there in that moment and thought about that. Both of them are alphas, completely sure that they're going to be victorious. Let me see. I don't watch that Jake Paul trash. Ha! I hear you, brother. Let me see. Spence and Crawford will have a heated rivalry. I feel the more they fight, the more heated it'll get. Similar to Ali Frazier. They'll be fighting after the bell like Holyfield Bowl. Yeah, the thing is, both of them will not be the same after the fight. So when you have two alpha males like that, both of them will not be. Frazier was never the same after Ali. And I'm talking about Ali won. Because after that shit, he was getting dribbled off the canvas by George Foreman. That boy Frazier was never the same. Neither was Ali. Ali wasn't the same after, the whole fighting the government and being gone from boxing for a while. But stuff like that changes you. Riddick Bowe, never been the same after Holyfield. Can we get a Varnell Biz? You got that right. Everybody, can you please hit the like and give it up for the Varnell Hill fight?
With a laugh and do the cabbage patch. She's a pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The Varnell man can shaboing boing.
Hit the Tyson Bell. Aaron Pryor, Alexis Arguello. Was Alexis Arguello ever the same? Look at that. Look at that rematch. Wasn't the same fight, right? Mildred Taylor Chavez. Let me see. Flex on him. Roll out. See. Kind of struggle, but my biceps thick. You know what I'm saying? Pow! King Kong, keep my wife's name. Yes. Thank you for the super sticker, my brother. Let me see. Dixon. A legacy fight, two people at their best. 100%. 100%. The True Thursday. Oh, that's dope too. Jay Cooley, you're an aerosexual. What? You're an aerosexual and blaming Bud fans when your camp is worse. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Y'all going at it. Okay. Let's move on. Where we at? We at the half mark? Let's move on. Oh, my mom just called. Mama, I had you back, mama. Let me see what. Mama. Let me see. I'll pay $150 for the pay-per-view. That's what I'm saying. Just you can charge more. If you're gonna tax that ass, if you're gonna tax the fight, the boxing fans, you got to do what you have to do. We're gonna buy that fight no matter what. Do what you have to do, but make sure both fighters get what they want. Make them happy. Because if they're happy going into it, oh my God, you want to have the classic on Showtime. You don't even want this to be a snag. You don't want this to be an issue, right? You want to have the classic on Showtime. Here, check this out. Check this out. This is a little Twitter finger for you. I found this on Twitter. Okay, check out what Keith one time Thurman had to say. He said, these young guys need to know that Keith Thurman is not a gatekeeper. Listen, if they try to find out, they'll learn that the gate is welded shut. Let me read this again. I love Keith Thurman. All right. Keith Thurman is the reason why Showbiz The Advice exists. My first 3 videos ever on boxing was about Keith Thurman. So listen, These young guys need to know Keith Thurman is not a gatekeeper. If they try to find out, they'll learn that the gate is welded shut, which means he's a gatekeeper. Keith Thurman is actually calling out these young boys. Keith Thurman needs a fight. Keith Thurman needs to get to the bag. And no more. Sean Porter has retired. Danny Swift Garcia has gone up to 154. Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford fighting each other. Errol the True Spence said when he said never, he meant never. He had never fight Keith one time Thurman. Now he's left, right? Fighting the young boys. Boots Ennis, right? Virgil Ortiz, right? Kind of being something like that. Okay? But that's okay. Because here's a little secret that we have known. We have, especially Angel Garcia, and I'm gonna hit you guys with the receipts. That Keith one time Thurman, his career was over after the Danny Swift Garcia fight. When he got that elbow injury and was gone for 2 years, had to vacate the WBC title, he couldn't get over the injury. While he was quote unquote ducking Errol the True Spence, he knew he wasn't 100%. He couldn't get over that elbow injury. He's been done. That guy hasn't been one time in a very long time. How you go from one time to not being able to knock out Josecito Lopez and getting rocked by him? How do you go by one? How do you go from one time to going 12 with Mario Barrios coming up from 140 and getting chased down by Mario Barrios because you're hurt to the body? Getting dribbled off the canvas by a 40-year-old Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. He has not been the same. He hasn't stopped fighting, but his career was over as a top welterweight after Danny Garcia hit him in that elbow. Okay? Hold on real quick. Thurman is cooked with seasoned ribs. Optimus Prime, for real. But the thing is, it's not because Keith Thurman was a badass. He got injured. It's like Bo Jackson, right? Bo Jackson probably would have been the best running back of all time, right? This guy went to the Pro Bowl and a baseball all-star game, same damn year, almost an F word. Hip injury, never really the same in baseball. Let me see. You think Spence and Crawford might brawl during the press conference or come close? Terrence Crawford got that kind of attitude. I'm not sure about Spence, though. I remember promoters were paying it way too safe with Fury Wilder. That's different. Those guys were so close to brawling all the time. Yeah. Talk too much. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford may get close to brawling because they're so damn truthful. It's not really a game. See, Tyson Fury would be playing games, and then he'll hype himself up into and when Wilder's responding seriously, Tyson Fury must want to get serious back. He done talked himself into now there's a situation. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are true growling dogs. And people keep coming by trying to touch him. Oh, you got a cute dog. Don't touch my damn dog. That's how I am with my dog. Don't touch. That's not him smiling. That's not him smiling. They're real. They are real. They're both insane. Let me see. What else we got? Showbiz, nothing but a new boxing network. 100%. Thank you so much, High Low. And look, if you don't believe what I'm saying, I got the receipts. Check out what Angel Garcia said years ago. And he called it completely right when it came to Keith one time. Receipts, motherfucker! Check this out.
They sugarcoating it. Thurman's done. We want Thurman, but okay, we take Brandon.
Are you referring to the injury that Keith Thurman?
Yeah, everybody sugarcoating. Nobody talking about that.
Well, what's the one thing?
Done. Retired.
What's the one thing?
Listen, Thurman will never fight again. Thurman will never fight again.
Because Danny broke his
elbow. That's a bad injury he had. You got a right hand when he throws and he snaps it. It's broken here. That's a real serious. It's like having a shoulder injury. When you snap your shoulder out, southpaws get that a lot.
He knew. He knew what type of injury he had. He knew what type of. That's why you always see Keith Thurman training and having an iced elbow. That's why Keith Thurman didn't have a problem with no Olympic style testing against Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people were saying, look at Manny Pacquiao, no Olympic style testing. He's going to cheat. Nobody was looking at Keith Thurman. He could not complete training. He couldn't complete training. That elbow, bro, kept it ice. How about this? Have you ever seen Keith Thurman look like he looked against Mario Barrios? That guy looked like a bodybuilder, bro. Keith Thurman, I'm not saying he's on PDs. We can speculate, but all I'm saying is Keith Thurman has to do something to get over that elbow injury. He has to do something to keep fighting and putting food on the table. The shoulder is nothing like the elbow. No, what he meant was just like a shoulder injury can end a fighter's career, an elbow injury is the same way. I know that too well. My shoulder, this is a 16-year-old shoulder injury. I still hard for me to throw a football, throw a right hand. I'm done when it comes to that. I have good days and I have bad days. But it can flare up. I could burn my shoulder out. In the bank. I love Keith Thurman. Not shitting on Keith Thurman at all. What I'm saying is that guy had all-time Hall of Fame level abilities. That damn elbow injury cut him short. It cut him short. But come on. Ah!
God damn, that boy can sing.
I injured my shoulder 2001. When it gets cold, Lord have mercy. I know when it's going to storm. I got 2 bad knees and a bad shoulder. I just be like, right knee. That right knee never fails. It's going to storm tonight. There's not a cloud in the sky, Daddy. It's storming. We can't go to Great America. Are you shitting me? Okay, so we do have a message from your friend and mine, Showbiz the Puppet. Let me know if it gets a little. I'm going to try to make sure because it comes all the way from, the land of bob and weave. That's a far. The puppet is from the land of bob and weave. Okay, so that's a far. It got to hit the satellite. Let me know if this thing comes out staticky. But he do have a point. He called me this morning. He said he had a point he wanted to make. He sent me this video. Check it out.
So, Showbiz, I know you said Savannah Marshall was going to beat Clarissa Shields, but have you seen this?
No love. No love.
God damn. Oh, you're not convinced yet. Well, how about this? Clarissa Shields has Clubber Lane on her socks. She is the champion with a Clubber Lane state of mind. Showbiz. Clarissa Shields is going to punch a hole in Savannah Marshall's chest.
Now look. I must say, when I looked at Clarissa Shields, sparring and training. I'm sorry. When I looked at Clarissa Shields training on Fight Hype, I said, "Oh shit, she looks good," and she's going into it with that state of mind. He's absolutely right. From an underdog state of mind when she's a multi-undisputed champion. 3 weight divisions, all that shit. 2-time Olympian gold medalist. And she's coming in from an underdog, a Clubber Lane state of mind. She's going to be hard to keep down. Clarissa Shields. This is going to be one hell of a fight, which once again, I know you guys hate when I give women credit, but once again, Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields is the best fight for women boxing there is right now. They're fighting each other September. Baumgardner, Mayer, they're fighting each other on the same damn card. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano fought each other. We don't know if Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis is, we don't know what the hell's going on. Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford hit a snag. Like I said, I love warriors no matter the shape, the size, the shade, or the gender. If you can give me good fights, you making my life worth it. I love combat. So I appreciate you no matter what. And I'm going to rank you no matter what. Hit the Tyson bell. Let me see what you have to say. Showbiz, Otis son. Yeah. The Thunder. Bringer of rain. There you go, my man, with the knees. My knees, let it all be known. Let me see. Biz, it's Friday. Salute, King. Much love to you. Carlos, that's my boy right there. Everybody, give love to my man, Carlos. That's my guy. The only thing that matters to me. Let me see. What's up, brother Biz? Off the subject, but what's the best welterweight fight you've seen in the past 5 years, competitive wise? Porter Spence, exactly. I was just before I finished it, I knew it was Porter Spence. That was one of the best fights I've ever seen. Forget the weight class. So yep. Well, junior welterweight, because that damn Zapata Baranchik was that fight isn't brought up at all enough. That fight was incredible. I'm sorry. Let me see. We need Sully versus the Muppet and Boxing Nerd versus Lifeless or the other card. Smith versus Crawford. There you go, Nate. What else we got to say? Facts, Nate. 100%. Now, I did on the low just bring up, this is a good show today, but I did on the low just bring up Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia and their negotiations. They wanted it in public. We getting it in public. That's cool. Check out what Oscar De La Hoya had to say. I have the receipt.
Yeah, he does sell, and he is popular. And with the right dance partner, you can create a mega fight, and that happens to be with Gervonta Davis, and vice versa. Gervonta Davis can get on pay-per-view, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's selling hundreds and hundreds of thousands of homes. Mm-hmm. I know the numbers. I know what they are. I know that they're not past 100,000. I know that for a fact. So does he want to continue fighting on the low-level pay-per-views, or does he want to create a mega event?
I don't know if Oscar De La Hoya is okay. Not to get in his personal business, I don't know if he's okay. Little stuff like from Triller. Remember when he was giving his commentary on Triller, and to say the stuff he's been saying has been effing ridiculous, bro. I understand his overall message, but to say for sure that Gervonta Tank Davis didn't sell over 100,000, you're just lying. You're just lying. What? He's selling 90,000 homes? I don't even know the numbers, but I know that's a damn lie. Because they wouldn't keep him on pay-per-view if that was true. I know business enough. He never sells over 100,000. You are lying. De La Hoya, love you like a play cousin. But I am starting to feel that you're in the way. I'm starting to feel that this negotiation is a personal fight between you and Mayweather or you and Leonard Ellerbe. It is you will see it at, forget Ryan Garcia, forget Tank Davis. You will see it as a personal victory over them. You're still a fighter. I'm not sure if you are in the interest of Ryan Garcia having a great legacy, and that including Gervonta Tank Davis, or are you more, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart because I'm questioning, or are you more concerned with you beating Leonard Ellerbe and Mayweather? Because I'm gonna tell you this. Hold on, I know you guys send the super chats, and I'm gonna get to you guys for real, but you know when I knew this fight with Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis was going to be a mess, especially in public, because no matter how much I love Mayweather, how much I respect Leonard Ellerbe, okay, which I have a lot of respect for Leonard Ellerbe, their message over and over again, time and time again, at least it's consistent. It's about getting to the bag. Gervonta Tank Davis, your legacy, forget all that crap. Fight Rolly Romero, get to the bag. I will get you to the bag. People love knockouts. They don't care. See, they are marketing Gervonta Tank Davis for the casual. Knockouts, super exciting fights, which is true. His fights are exciting. Us boxing purists, we're like, damn, dog. But that's the way they're moving. Money. They know with Ryan Garcia, that's money. They'll fight Ryan, hard fight, but they will fight him because of money. And that, what did Mayweather say? We don't turn down money. We'll turn down our collars, but not money. They're about money. And I'm not sure if Ryan Garcia is in any position to not have this fight on Showtime. Ryan Garcia is going to have to eat some shit like Floyd Mayweather did with Oscar De La Hoya to make this fight happen. Oscar De La Hoya may just be in the way. He may just be in the way. That's all I got to say. Let me see what y'all have to say. Zepeda versus Baranchik could have been fight of the year. Yeah, KO of the year, and round of the year, all in one. Much love to the war. 100% Mike Williams. That shit was incredible. Let me see. Jay Kool-Aid, boxing nerd. Uh-oh. Get busy. Boxing nerd. How you being, now you being moist. Don't hate me because I'm talking my shh. Like I said, you like Bud, I like Errol. It's wartime until they fight otherwise. See that? See, Jay Cooley is ready to fight in the war room. And he loves this shit. So it's on. Let me see. PBC always lies about numbers. But to say that's okay if you think that's the case. But to say that Tank Davis never broke 100,000, now that's the point I'm making. And that's silly. I'm not saying that they don't inflate their numbers. I don't know. I just know that is a lie. That's all I'm saying. No need to. We're talking about that precisely. That's a lie. All right. Let me see. Boom. I agree. Canelo had issues getting fights under Golden Boy. You also have Ryan Garcia out here screaming F Golden Boy. Yep. Oscar is doing this on purpose. Yes. Remember Ryan Garcia said, F Golden Boy, let's fight. F Golden Boy, let's fight. Ryan Garcia, he doesn't know if he can go toe-to-toe with Golden Boy with a lawsuit like Canelo was able to do. But Ryan Garcia got to get away. Because Ryan Garcia will fight him on Showtime. Ryan Garcia right now, the good thing about everybody on Twitter bashing him, the one good thing about that is Ryan Garcia is the type that try to prove you wrong. Ryan Garcia wants Tank Davis bad because he knows if he beats Tank Davis, no one can say shit. Right? The reason why people kind of turned on Ryan Garcia, not just because he was a pretty boy, that's part of it, because men don't like pretty boys. But another reason why they turned is because he called out Ryan Garcia on Hot Boxing and then ended up changing gears and winning Manny Pacquiao. And people use that as, that's it. We totally hate Ryan Garcia. And then he got injured or mental health issues. And now he's totally fugazi. So if he could get that back if he fights Gervonta Tank Davis and then wins. He wants to shut people up, but he always wanted Tank Davis to prove to himself. So it's big for Ryan. It's big for Ryan. And Oscar De La Hoya, he got to put his personal feelings aside or his personal competition aside with Leonard Ellerbe, the PBC, and stuff like that. Okay, I think he may be in a way. Gamer D, thank you so much, Tyson Bell. Debate on, yeah, y'all got to go over to Relevnt. Definitely finish that debate up, okay? Because we got 10 minutes to do Twitter fingers. I think we're going to go over a little bit. Chill out. Let me see. Manny Gucci Flores, super bantamweight prospect. Remember this name, B, is upcoming from my hometown. Okay, Coachella, just like Fundora. Okay, much love, Showbiz. I remember. Manny, with a name like Manny, I remember. Let me see. Oscar always act like an ex-girlfriend. He needs to understand it ain't about him anymore. It's not about him anymore. Floyd Mayweather, he does the same thing, but the thing is, Floyd Mayweather's in a better position than Oscar De La Hoya. See, he's standing on the mountain looking down. Okay, it is what it is, and Ryan Garcia wants to fight on Showtime his damn self. He wanted pay-per-view too, right? I'm not choosing sides. I am choosing sides. I'm choosing the side of the fight happening. And the only way it happens is if Ryan Garcia fights Gervonta Tank Davis on Showtime. That's the only way it happens. Pay-per-view. That's the only way it happens. Let me see. No narrative pushing here. It seems like Oscar doesn't want his fighters surpassing his legacy. Under his watch, Oscar still has that competitor in him. Could be some jealousy, could be some. I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is, all in all, Oscar's been very bizarre. He's been bizarre, to say the least. All right. Let me see what else we got. Jay Cooley versus Boxing Nerd on ESPC. I can't wait for ESPC. When that happens, brother, well, we all get it in. If we have an issue, I'm turning the live stream right to ESPC, and we're going to fight it out. If we have an issue, for sure. Coachella is in the house. Yeah, hit the Tyson Bell. Okay. We got more receipts. You guys really keeping me on. What else we got? Oh, I got another receipt. Did you see Gary Russell and Chris Colbert? Hey, go at it, and Gary Russell talk about smacking him. You guys see that? Gary Russell, he shook Chris Colbert. I'm sorry. I am sorry. He knows it. I know it, and Colbert knows it. Or maybe I'm being a little biased since Colbert ran around the ring when he was losing his last fight. All right, but here's the review. Receipts, motherfucker. Check this out.
My gym up the block. My gym up the block. When it's far, my gym is up the block. Hey, for the people. My gym is up the block. If you staying fucked up shit, let's go to the gym and spar whenever. Tonight, now, whatever.
It's been 3 months since my surgery.
That's what I said. Wait till you get healthy. Wait till you get healthy.
I can smack a motherfucker
that's what,
right now.
No, that's not happening. That's not happening. But I said that's not happening. But like I said, if you want to fight, we can do it. He's just doing too much talking, fuck some up shit. I'm always in shape to fuck a nigga up. My gym is up the block. Always ready to fuck a nigga up.
Cops and kids?
Yeah, wherever cops, we go to Gleason.
But talk about
I'm always in shape to fuck. That's what I said. Wait till you get healthy. Wait till you get healthy.
I can smack a motherfucker
that's what,
right now.
No, that's not happening. That's not happening. That's what I said. Wait till you get healthy. Wait till you get healthy.
I can smack a motherfucker
that's what,
right now.
No, that's not happening. That's not happening.
I know that far too well, Playboy. And so does Colbert, and so does Gary Russell. When Gary Russell said exactly and walked away, he was done talking. You know why he was done talking? He was already convinced of what Colbert was made of. When he said, I'll smack an MFer right now, he was looking at Colbert. Where was Colbert looking? Down. And then Colbert looked at him through his peripheral. He was like, you ain't going to do that. You ain't going to do that. And Gary Russell looked at him up and down and said, exactly. He looked dead at him. He meant it. because Colbert knew if he made a weird move, Gary Russell was going to slap him right now. Because Gary Russell, the way you're talking, we don't need a control setting. I'm not saying that Colbert was scared of Gary Russell. He may not felt like it at that time. He may not have felt like it at that time. Not that he's scared of Gary Russell. I don't feel like fighting somebody right now in front of a bunch of people. But here's my thing. Then don't talk. Let me tell y'all something in the war room about men. And I want you women to know this too about men, okay? Don't ever try to challenge a man to do something, because some men can't accept that and must do it. Somebody can get seriously damn hurt. So don't just talk for the sake of talking. Forget the cameras. Some men don't move like that. Playing with men, shit can go south. You're talking, hey, look, he told the camera, hey, look, my shoulder, I had a shoulder injury. It's been about 3 months. It's healed right now. I could slap somebody with it right now. That's just a life lesson. I'm just showing you that as a life lesson. Let me see what you have to say. Oscar already gets paid for someone else to get a black eye. Shut up with the cap and get paid, golden boy. Brother. That comment was dumb. You can't get paid without a fight. Let me see. I can't respect Colbert, not because he lost, because he's asking other men to subscribe to his OnlyFans. He got an OnlyFans? Yeah. But, well, you know what? I don't know much about OnlyFans. I don't know. I see that as Instagram models shaking their ass for cash. Sorry, Mom. That's how I see it. Streetwalkers, turn on the video, whatever they do. Okay? I heard Beyonce say something about OnlyFans. Which Beyonce album is trash to me. All right? I just want to throw that out there. Let me see what else. Sadate, Gary Russell looked like a chocolate pass dispenser. Brother.
God damn, that boy can sing.
I'm going to be Showbiz down on ESBC. He's going to be drenched in sweat after the first round. Pause. Shut your dumb ass up. Spaceman. Love you like a play cousin, but I'm whooping you from pillar to post. Okay? I played the game already. I already know I'm going to whoop you from pillar. Biz, it's on ESBC. Don't give the sucker super chats. Give him guts. Don't give the sucker super chats. Give him guts. Charles Baker, I'm whooping your ass too. You need that ass whooping. All right. What else we got? What else we got? Pena versus Nunez. Why you got? You got also Usman versus. I got Usman versus Edwards. I know what I want Nunez to win. Something tells me Nunez is done. Her era is done, and something tells me that Pena is going to beat her again. Nunez got that loaded up right hand. Pena knows how to negate that. And though Pena had Nunez under control a bit, it seemed on the ground by kind of mauling her, Pena was finding things. Like I thought she almost slipped her into an arm lock. I want Nunez to win. Showbiz the Lifeless said Pena was going to win, and he had a good reason why, explanation why. Let me see. My thing is Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Peter Yan. That's the one I'm interested in. Biz, I'm sparring 3 people at once and whipping them. Kenneth Wallace, Jay Cooley, Colt Smith, get in Relevnt after the show. Yeah, bring your ass over to Relevnt. Actually, I can just go live on Relevnt, just start it up. After the show, I'm a fire up Relevnt, and I'm going to mute my mic, and y'all go to hell in. After the show, right after the show, I'm going live on Relevnt so y'all can jump. If y'all want to go to war, go over to Relevnt, go to war. Put on y'all mics, put on your cameras, go on Relevnt, and go to war. Now, no need to type it. Y'all can speak it. Yeah, let's see if y'all going to really jump over there. Because soon as I'm going live, and we'll see what happens then. Let me see. Jay Cooley, where you at? Sully! Dude, where do I find that video where the guy knocks out dude and picks his legs up? Brother, shit. That was on Twitter. I forgot where I saw that float on Twitter. I almost lost my mind. I've been watching that religiously since. This shit's hilarious. I don't know why he lifted his legs. Like, I don't even know why he did the spin. All of that is tremendously funny. Hold on. Let me add this back to the war room. I'm going over today because I haven't even done Twitter fingers, but I gotta add what this guy is talking about right here. This is tremendous. Okay, so are you guys ready for the Twitter fingers? I don't think I am. Hopefully, Ms. Biz didn't send me a lot of Twitter fingers. I'm not in the mood. Let me see. Jay Cooley, you sure you want to do that? I've been ready for sewer water fans. If Cooley, then bring your ass. All right, hit the Tyson bell. Pause. All right, you guys ready for Twitter fingers? And then after that, I'll show the KO, right? Because I'm starting to catch attitude. You good? Y'all ready? All right. I mean, this is terrible that I'm going into it with a bad mood. Let me liven it up.
Twitter fingers.
Twitter fingers. Okay. Leonard Ellerby said, Oscar's assertion that Tank and Ryan are equal is all bullshit. And anyone who can add knows that. In Ryan's last fight at the Live Gate, he grossed 1.126. Wait, 1 million. I don't know. Is that a $1,126,155 dollars? Okay. And in that same building, Tank grossed $3,525,855. Okay. That's less than a third. How is that equal? Okay. Well, then those the numbers, and that's what he says. That's what he said the numbers are. I mean, I want to say make the fight, but my whole thing is they did say that they were going to negotiate in public, and that's what we're getting. And people want to be a part of that. See, that's the thing. I'm not into that. I'm not really into it, but it's my job to cover it. All right. But people want to talk about who's saying what with the numbers, and I'm just not really I don't. Maybe that's a huge hole in our game, in this war room's game, but it's not really what we're about. But maybe we should start understanding the numbers, but I thoroughly don't give a damn. All right, Clarissa Shields. Woo! The excuses, baby. Now I won gold 2 times beating up little girls, huh? Oh, okay. I was 17 when I won the first one, 11th grade, and 21 the next one. Still one of the youngest women there. Jesus. Good point. She's saying that if Savannah Marshall said that Clarissa Shields beating little girls, what was Savannah Marshall? I mean, what was Clarissa Shields? If Savannah Marshall was saying Clarissa Shields beating little girls, what was Clarissa Shields? That's why when I rank women, like, well, they're fighting girls. But what are they? They're fighting women. What are they? They're great. They're women fighting women, and they're that much better. So I rank them high. All right. Just like heavyweights fighting another heavyweight. He dominated, or bantamweight dominating the bantamweight division, or his career more so than a heavyweight is. That bantamweight is greater, right? So to say that Clarissa Shields fighting girls, then what was Clarissa Shields? A good point. Good point. I like that. Jake Paul, 9 days. What the F? Yeah. Yeah, Jake Paul, what the F? 9 days. Yeah. Reality is starting to sink in. 9 days for you against Hasim Rahman. What the F? Yeah. Came up too quick. This is one hell of a we got a lot to say. J Body, thank you so much for the super sticker. Yeah, what the F? Exactly. What else we got? Errol Spence. Y'all up 8 a.m. Jay Cooley, everybody listen. Y'all up 8 a.m. arguing with each other. I love the passion for this fight. Oh, I thought you was going but go get breakfast with your kids if you have some, and brush your teeth. Funny as hell. Funny as hell. But see, it doesn't look like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are worried about the fight not happening. It's just like Errol Spence like, shut your ass up. But we're going to be on Relevnt. Y'all going to fight. Forget it. All right, here we go. Jake Paul. Is that the last 20 feet? It is. Thank you. Jake Paul. Me versus Conor McGregor is a way bigger fight than Floyd Mayweather rematch. We've already seen that fight. Me versus Conor's going to be way more competitive, way more shit talk, way more entertaining. That's the one everyone really wants. Let me tell you something. I want you guys to listen very closely. I want you to listen very closely in your inner ear. Kenneth Wallace, right here. So you say Jake Paul by unanimous decision. Kenneth Wallace, listen in your inner ear, okay? Deep. Jake Paul is talking about him versus Conor McGregor being big. You want to know why? Because he's going to get his ass whipped against Hasim Rahman. Listen, he knows it. Jake Paul, now Kenneth, you don't know it because you're into Jake Paul. Jake Paul knows. Listen, Jake Paul was talking about fighting KSI, bro. What did Hasim Rahman Sr. say? That Hasim Rahman Jr. is going to whip him and he's going to have to fight down or retire. Jake Paul's already going back to fighting UFC fighters. He hasn't even fought Hasim Rahman yet. He's talking about fighting YouTubers again. KSI. He hasn't even fought Hasim Rahman yet. He's getting people excited about those other fights already. He knows. He knows. That's where he should have been. The effing circus. That's where he should have been. Trying to fight a real one, he could get seriously hurt. He knows. That's the black two sugars. That's the black two sugars. There are no black two sugars. He knows. Already talking about KSI and Conor McGregor. He knows. Everybody. And those are the Twitter fingers. Twitter fingers. Twitter fingers. If Junior loses, does it hurt boxing? If Jake Paul really beats him, it only makes boxing better. If Jake Paul beats him, it makes boxing better. Because Jake Paul would then be a true Rocky Balboa story. He'd be a true coming from nothing. See, because what does it for Jake Paul is that he's a YouTuber knocking guys out. It's not that he's as good as a real fighter. Him knocking guys out as a YouTuber was spectacular. That was good enough. It was like, wow. But if he beats Rahman, that is he's a true Rocky Balboa coming from nothing. It would be such a big story. It'd be such, if people understand what Rahman is. See, I want to say this. I want to say this before I end the show. When I talk about how crazy this fight is, the reality of this fight, people think I'm hating on Jake Paul. If Jake Paul is victorious, y'all understand, instead of everybody shitting on Hasim Rahman, if y'all keep shitting on Hasim Rahman, even if you're a Jake Pauler, then you're discrediting Jake Paul. Do you understand how big of a deal this is if he beats Hasim Rahman Jr.? A guy way bigger than him, a heavyweight with over 100, a heavyweight. Reach advantage out the anus with over 100 amateur bouts and a pro record of what 12-1. Jake Paul coming from YouTube, never fighting a boxer, and beats him. That's a huge accomplishment. Instead of being up the anus of Jake Paul so much that you take away from that accomplishment. If he beats Hasim Rahman, Kenneth, get out of his ass. If he beats Hasim Rahman, that's huge. That's huge. Jake Paul, in reality, is not the favorite. He's a huge underdog. They got him as a favorite with the betting odds, but in reality, he's a huge underdog. All right. Okay. Rahman Jr. is done. Then Kenneth Wallace. Then this isn't a good fight for Jake. This is an easy fight that we shouldn't even watch. Me, I see Rahman as way better than Jake. And if Jake beat, and it's worth the watch, because if Jake beats him, that's a huge accomplishment. You're such a Jake Pauler. You're such a Jake Pauler that you're going to discredit the man. I'm a boxing fan and a critic who's going to know if Jake Paul wins, you're going to see me give Jake Paul all the credit in the world. And you're going to be like, see, but what were you saying? You into talking social media and popping your mouth and all that shit. I'm into the reality of that'll be a huge accomplishment. Right? So, yeah, he just a troll. He's an idiot. I'm talking for real, and he's just an idiot. All right. So, everybody, real quick, before I go, my man wanted to see the personification of Bambi legs.
Wendy Peppercorn.
Knockouts. Knockouts.
You got one guy looking like Bookman, love you, boy, and the other guy looking like JJ. From, if y'all don't know, that's Good Times. To hit a man with a left hook, spin the other direction, and then give them Bambi legs, bro. I mean, remember in wrestling when they lift the arm up when they're in the sleeper hold? And then Hulk Hogan to be like, well, my man Hulkamaniacs ain't show up, bro. Let me see. I don't care what anyone says. Jake Paul versus KSI is going to be good. That's good. The history between the two is good. Y'all can clown me. I don't give a F. But the numbers, it'll do us insane. There you go. Look past Hasim Rahman. Look past Hasim Rahman, because that's some real stuff. All right. Somebody said, before I go, I did see this. I'm in love with Penna. Penna has a huge, beautiful face. Love her like a play cousin. Not one curve in her body. Okay? But she has a big, I mean, her head is this big. And it's pretty. Ain't nothing like a big ass, pretty head. Pause. Let me see what you have to say. Okay, thank you guys for showing up and showing out. I'm about to fire up the Relevnt. Jump right over if you guys want more. The link is in the description box. I'ma just go live, mute the mic, and y'all get busy. I'm gonna be listening in though, snickering my ass off. But hey, and don't be nice. Don't be nice. Go to war. Get all of it out. Get all of it out. Showbiz the adult. Tomorrow, I will be calling the fight, the UFC fight, and Danny Swift Garcia versus Benavidez. I'm very excited about tomorrow. All right, I'm out. Huh. Oh my goodness.